The recent excavations and findings at this archaeological site called the Skillady in Tamil Nadu along the river Vaigai has not only taken the entire historical community in frenzy, it has now been building up into a major political storm. एक टाइप का डीप डिबेट शुरू हुआ है where the north-south divide has now become all the more prominent with the southern states, Tamil Nadu and the Tamil Nadu government trying to suggest that maybe the union government and the political influences of North India are trying to subvert, if not ignore and dismiss the rich historical tradition of southern India. अब ये इशू है क्या, ये किलड़ी में जो डिस्कवेशंस हो रही हैं उसमें हमें क्या मिल रहा है और इतना कंट्रोवर्सी क्यों है? Essentially, किलड़ी they have been excavating. It's a old coconut grove region, and they have found evidences of an ancient, very urbanized, developed trading community and settlement. जहाँ पर कि दे हैव फाउंड एविडेंस ऑफ बीड्स कॉइन्स जिसमें कि प्रूव किया जा रहा है कि शायद किलरी सेटलमेंट वाज इन ट्रेड विद अफगानिस्तान एंड रोम आल्सो. They have found locations जहाँ पर the communities were probably operating as factories. Bead making है, ceramic है. They had used even iron implements of a foundry here. They had perfected the art of making iron utensils and iron ware also. इसके अलावा very interesting that suggests a very modern urbanized community is the presence of integrated water management system. Proper wells, there are proper channels, drains हैं, covered tiles हैं. So all of this has been discovered in Killary. Now, issue है कि it's a great find. I'm sure it's exciting. But इतना controversy क्यों है? Why so much of debates? Now, if I go back and see how I was studying history, largely we study history. एक तो हम शुरू करते हैं हड़प्पा and मोहनजोदड़ो के excavations and sites से. The history goes back to almost 3,000, 4,000 years. And for some reasons debated, and maybe climate change, maybe issues of invasions जो भी है, हड़प्पा declined. उसके बाद में जो northern Indian history, synonymous with the entire Indian history is the history of the Vedic times and later Vedic times. ये Vedic time, later Vedic time started around 1500 BC से 1000 BC तक it was Vedic times, and 1000 BC से 500 BC तक it was considered as later Vedic times. Times when organization of the society was becoming more and more rigid. Agriculture था definitely. A system of hierarchy was becoming more and more strong. Emergence of kings थे. The social life was now organized around the Vedic thinking, Vedic thought processes. And 500 BC के बाद में it was emergence of Jainism and Buddhism. So North India के history में there is an element of continuity that starts from Harappa, Mohenjo-daro with some gaps, and it moves into the Vedic and the later Vedic times. Thereafter, we know about the Mauryas, the Guptas and the rest. जब साउथ इंडिया की हिस्ट्री की बात होती है, आई रिमेंबर वी लार्जली स्टडी कि साउथ इंडिया में खासकर तमिलनाडु रीजन्स में वी हैव एविडेंसेस ऑफ मेगालिथ बिल्डर्स. Megalith builders are something like the Mesolithic times, approximately more than 15,000 years ago. And these locations had burial site, stones थे, some use of iron भी था, but they were largely prehistoric. After Mesolithic times, जो megalith burial times के बाद में, we directly jump into studying the literature and the development of Sangam age of Tamil Nadu. Sangam age generally फर्स्ट सेकेंड सेंचुरी एडी कहलाता है. 200 एडी शुरू होता है प्रोबेबली फ्रॉम अराउंड 200 और 300 बीसी से. सो ये जो 300-400 साल का जो टाइम है बिफोर एंड आफ्टर द बर्थ ऑफ क्राइस्ट इज कंसिडर्ड संगम एज, एंड संगम एज इज कंसिडर्ड एज काइंड ऑफ the peak of development of Tamil literature, art forms, their books, the grammar. And Sangam age is considered largely the beginnings of southern Indian history. अब किलड़ी से क्या हो रहा है? The history of southern India is now being pushed a bit more till as early as maybe 600 BC. And if we believe the reports of the excavators and archaeologists, it might even suggest as early as 800 BC. And 800 BC, जो हम कह रहे हैं तमिलनाडु का हिस्ट्री है, this is not any history. It is a history of a very modern urbanized society, a very modern trading community, which is probably at par with the Harappan civilization. Harappan civilization जो एक urbanized था, एक modern था, developed around trade centers, port centers, developed around factories, granary. उसके बाद में the later Vedic and Vedic times is considered more of an agrarian times. It's considered more of farming communities, and slowly, gradually, with the Janas, Mahajanapadas, Guptas, एक और urbanization शुरू हुआ. So North India में जो continuity है, South India में थोड़ा abrupt रहा है. But when we have Kiladi excavations now, अब Kiladi excavations pushes the urbanization of southern India even further, almost 500 years before it was thought to have happened. All of this is creating controversy because this kind of excavation gives us legitimacy that South India was as developed, South India was very urbanized, South India also had its bases in trade and not agriculture like what we had in the Vedic or later Vedic times. This kind of gives legitimacy to South India, Tamil Nadu region. Yes, this region also has an important historical basis of modernization. So the entire history of India should not be linked to the Vedic and later Vedic times alone. The entire history of India does not have its roots in Sanskrit history of India. It has its roots also in parts of India, in the parts of the Dravidian culture, Dravidian languages also. In fact, Sangam literature was far ahead of its times. The type of Sangam literature जो हमारा southern India में है, it is much ahead of some of the literature in northern India जो और बाद में आए हैं. Harappan civilizations are not known for the literature. Harappan civilizations are not known for their books and writings. They're known for the trading communities. But Sangam literature is literary ka peak along with a very solid urbanization associated with the Sangam times. Sangam times के archaeological finds ज़्यादा नहीं है apart from writings and the books that we have. So ये जो excavation है Kiladi में, this is kind of developing this new conflict between North India versus South India, a conflict between Indo-Aryan origin of India and the Dravidian origin of India, a conflict between the northern urbanization history and the southern urbanization history. It's actually in some ways very unfortunate that we are debating on these lines, but the fact is that this is now becoming a major political issue. Now, if you look at the population of India also, there is a strong, very strong argument about or debates around who are the people who can claim to be original Indians. Who are the people who can claim to be the true inheritors of Indian tradition, Indian history and legacy? So Indo-Aryans, North में, they say that they have been the main population who have populated India. But now Dravidians are not typical Indo-Aryans. We consider them as one of the offshoots. They might have their roots in other racial groups like Negritos, Proto-Australoids, और ancestral South Indian ancestry वाले लोग हैं ये लोग, very different from the North Indian Indo-Aryans. One more interesting fact about the Kiladi excavation is that a lot of similarities has been found between Kiladi artifacts, Kiladi potteries, bead making, Kiladi's techniques of water management, and its similarity with Harappan civilization. So in fact, this is a claim that maybe the Harappan civilization did not actually end abruptly. The Kiladi settlements were the inheritors of Harappan civilization. Harappan population, Harappan people must have been pushed down south because of the Indo-Aryan invasion. So Harappa वैसे भी controversy रहा है. Who are the people who made up the Harappan civilization? Was it the Dravidians? Did Harappa come up with the works of the Proto-Australoids and the Mediterranean races? Or was Harappa an Indo-Aryan site? Indo-Aryan site पे बहुत debate रही हैं because although they have not found evidences, speculations हैं about the findings around chariot wheels, iron implements, maybe skeletal remains of horses, typically जो suggest करता है Indo-Aryan, जिसके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा strong evidences नहीं है. So with Kiladi, it looks like Kiladi is a historical continuation of Harappan civilization. So it's like Kiladi can claim that they are the true inheritors of the Harappan modern civilization of the 3,000, 4,000 years ago of the Indian subcontinent. So ये जो किल्लाड़ी का excavation है, ये भी debate वापस शुरू कर दे रहा है. That who are the actual inheritors of India? Is it the Dravidian population of South India with their racial identity and cultural identity, or is it the northern Indians with the Indo-Aryan lineage and Indo-Aryan cultures? So Killadi excavation is not simply an excavation that traces some of the history of India. It is a debate around India's regional identity. It's a debate around India's cultural assertiveness. And Indo-Aryan versus Dravidian, जो typical north-south divide है, now it's pulled into this new controversy about the excavations and the finds. In fact, the way the excavation was discouraged by Union government and the findings were dismissed or subverted looks like a design by the Union government to maybe subvert the history and the legacy of southern India. Well, these are all speculations. Nobody knows for sure. But very interesting times to live in to find our roots, our genesis. Very interesting times to find out who actually we belong to and what is our roots in terms of our cultural history.